Hello Tenno, welcome to another Warframe video. Today I'm gonna talk about the new Warframe old piece Axiomatic Historical Extract, the new ARG, and I'm gonna talk about some of the screenshots I found posted by the community of the question mark live stream, and I want to talk about what's the lore implications can possibly be with this ARG. Now, obviously, this ARG is connected to the old piece, the main lore drop gonna be when the quest and the update launches. But this seems like a tiny bits and hints towards it. Like, what can we expect from it? What's the fundamentals of the lore drop? So this echemotic historical extract is like a history book. We are going through a simulation as well, like because the way you begin is you begin, and then it gives this warning. This happens every time you do this. It's a part of the ARG. Then it says like fire check the poison, and this is an immersive gullet, and it's like a simulation. You pick a warframe. I picked Rhino in my first one, and it says like, oh, your this warframe is like eldritch beast that may be lashed into service, which is kind of cool because I'm pretty sure this is a reference to Rhino Prime's Codex entry, where he was they were the Warframe itself was an uncontrollable monster. It caused many casualties while it was free of his lash, because when Warframes were first tested, the 10 were in cryosleep. Then, when Rhino was going off its rail, one of the Tenno, I believe, woke up, and through that transference, the Rhino Warframe calmed down. Now, I don't know if this was the first ever example of transference in Warframe lore. You can correct me in the comments, but this was one of the instances of it, because I'm pretty sure the first stage of Warframes were just a frame. The Tenno was in sleep back from Zeriman incident, and the Warframes were kind of uncontrollable until they figured out, hey, we can just use this transference that come with the kids from the Zerman incident. Of course, there will be a bunch of spoilers in this video, so if you're new to the lore, hello. I hope you enjoyed exploring Warframe lore. This is kind of like a big lore drops that's gonna happen for me. Like, I'm making this video for people that already know the established lore of Warframe. So after you pick your Warframe and they're reading the explanation, it says like your squad is on the route to deliver an explosive payload to hostile weaponry, yada yada yada, and then asks like, what do you do? And from what you pick, you have to do a challenge in Warframe in the game. Now I'm gonna pick the ones I already did, because like I don't wanna like go into game right now and do the challenge and then do this. Like I'm gonna take the easy way out. So I'm pretty sure in this tennis, calling the void, okay, so I picked this one. And if you pick this one, your challenge now is complete a basic defense mission. And when you complete it, it says your knowledge of 10 ways is clearly most practice, yada yada. But if you notice, there's a glitch going on in the picture. And this is actually how you unlock the secret. Throughout the simulation, there are glitches. When you click on them, it shows you the picture of a weapon. This one is Prime, Silva, and Aegis. And there is a text here. And what's funny is like, I don't know if other situations also tells this, but the scenario I picked was tanking the blows. And the weapon that came with the glitch is, it says like, see that didn't even scratch the armor like the old fort made back on the ship. When things got bad, and if they can't get through me, they won't ever get through us. Promise. Thunder. It seems like in the simulation, we are in a squad, and this might not be a simulation at all, and this person named Thunder is actually one of our squad mates. And since they are talking about being tanky and being like a paladin, like a protective fort, they actually might be using the Rhino frame. So we go back. This was the first glitch. Then you go next. Then the ARG repeats itself as the first stage, where something happens. Then you pick a scenario. I think mine was prolonged 5 below y. once. We disturb Itachi. If my allies keep at bay. If I support. I think I picked this one. Yep. This one doesn't have a challenge. I'm pretty sure this just like I don't know if this wants you to pick the right answer or any answer is right because when I click that it just says boom challenge complete like it's done. It's I picked the scenario that's about the most teamwork because the other ones were kind of like selfish like I'm gonna kill them or I'm gonna destroy them all type stuff. But this one was about like teammate. I will support my allies type stuff. And in this text, it says like every one of your allies does their part, teamwork, and there's another glitch here. And when you click it, that's Daiku Prime. And the text that comes it from Perch. This must be the sniper member of the group, like a sharpshooter, considering they have the Daiku Prime. And their text says, I know it's scary, but when you can't see me, that means they can either. It means I'm watching over you, it means you're safe, nobody will get close enough to hurt you never again. So this member is, yeah, like I said, it's a sharpshooter. Maybe they were using the Ivara frame. I don't know if Ivara is like Ivara is not even one of those selectable ones because I'm pretty sure this might be the Wisp frame because Wisp does have supportive features, supportive kit, and she can go invisible. I don't know. Maybe it's like corresponds to the Warframe seer that the squad here as well. And then the next part is okay. Together you are strong. Together you are made at a weapons platform. And now, oh, so there's a locked gate. What would you do? Every berry has a weak point, a single crack, endurance. Ah, there we go. I think I picked the endurance will let my allies pass. I pull the gate wide. Like again, teamwork. I picked the teamwork stuff, and the challenge for that is now an in-game challenge, which is complete a basic survival mission. When you're done, click next, and then the text appears. Every deadliest mission has this. Limit endurance is key. Boom. The next glitch is that's the I forgot this weapon. This is the Warfan. I know this is Wisp Prime's release weapon. And the character here is Sunny, and their text says, you know what helps me thinking about home, not the school or the sermon. I'm in the place we're gonna build together after this. So it seems our squad had a goal that, like any war type of stuff, like these characters are sick of the war and probably sending to missions wherever, and they were thinking about settling on somewhere after all this nonsense stopped. It's a classic goal in this war such type of situations. In this scenario, there's like webs that are corrosive, like it can melt the armor apparently. And I picked like we just go through, I guess. I cluster with my reformed walls. I think I picked stillness and calm. Yeah, that was a challenge complete, and that's another glitch here. This is the dual Keras Prime. This is Core Prime's weapon, which is one of the pickable characters, weapons, pickable warframes. And this character is Snapper. You think I want to fight? I don't. But you know, as well as I do that, putting them down first is the surest, fastest way to end this war. I'm not losing anyone else before then, myself included. This squad member thinks about saving everyone and themselves and not dying early in these horrible trenches. Logical. And one of your squad mates in as a void touch pump. I did. The core structure lies at the end of the winding tunnel. Oh yeah, there's like enemies that are hiding, but you're not alone as well. You have your squad. What would you do? Mine was my blade will be upon faster, and this was the challenge, which is kill 10 enemies with finishes, which you can do with Inaros in a survival mission. And I'm pretty sure this creates another glitch, which is the Reaper Prime. This is Frost Prime's main weapon. And this is from Gast. One of the warframes you could pick was Necros. And this text talk about like dying isn't so bad. There's worse things. I check, but being with you a lot, that's better. I think our parents would want this way. Most of them. I think this is more like a glue type of friend. He just like gets them all together, keeps them all together, and their name is Gus, and they say dying is bad. Maybe this person was using the Necros Warframe. And this was the last part. You cannot click this glitch, and it says like success. The payload finds its way home. You were successful, but you know that your friends this day will wait. What? As you make your way back up the spiralings to the surface, you know that your friends this day will not. This is just one of the hundreds of hard truths forever branded on our history that this victory, like so many others, was brought in Tenno blood and Warframe bonds. Forever shed and severed their dead servant. So the simulation ends success, but there's only one survivor in the end of the story, and it seems all of the characters that we meet through these glitches are dead. Maybe our main protagonist as well, because there's a last glitch here where I'm pretty sure this says about like this text is like propaganda, like Orkin propaganda, like oh sacrifices must happen, but the glitch text is like Orkin lies. We already know this from the lore that Orkin lies. They are egoist, they don't have empathy, they have experiments, cruelty, elitism, and many other stuff I can talk about, but that will be a long video. So yeah, this is the small piece we see that the Orkin lies. Now, when you're done with this challenge, boom, you congratulations. Well done, completed focus school aptitude test. So yes, this was some sort of test simulation, and you can unlock the other schools here. But if you clicked all of the glitches, I'm pretty sure it was like 4 or 5, you click the truth. Oh, by the way, when you do the quest, like when you do the schools, you get a lens for that school and a title when the update drops. When you unlock the truth, you see someone left a message for you, and they say like, "Oh, the Orkin lies. Orkin is bad. There was a egg, and apparently Orkin wanted to hide this, like whatever is inside this egg, because apparently there was something that could seal a Tenno inside their Warframe forever. Now I don't know if we ever seen this situation before, because okay, we had Warframe Excalibur Umbra. From that we learned that humans were forcefully turned into Warframes. I mean, either forcefully or they were like, yeah, I want to be a soldier. Like they either do that by choice or by force. But sealing Atheno, the children, inside the Warframe permanently, that might be new. And we probably gonna find out how this happened or like what this exactly is in the old piece or the future updates, because Tau is the plan for 2026 after all. And this message basically says, you like, hey, you found me, my squad is gone, the egg is gone, the Orkin are horrible beings, but I'm leaving this message for you, and hey, I have something, for something, a little piece of myself in your communications inbox. This inbox message didn't appear in game yet. This is probably another post update things. And they also mentioned something like VR glass shards for education purposes. So that does confirm that this simulation, the squad that's mentioned, these are real people that might have turned into cephalons, because they mentioned the glass, like we are glass crystals used for education. If you don't know what a cephalon is, when you start the game, you have cephalon orders. Cephalons are human beings that turned into AI, but by their souls getting ripped apart from their body and put into those glass bodies. Who does that? Some guy named Nihil, the Orkin executioner Nihil, or the glassmaker or something like that. He's a horrifying guy. And this guy works under the seven big Orkins that we will probably gonna meet. And I'm gonna get to that because there's something important from the stream about the seven. So yeah, the character here mentions that their squad is dead, and they're probably two. Maybe they turn into a cephalon, and the squad turned into a cephalon as well. They mention an egg and a bomb being here and then disappearing as well. Then they again mention Tenno being stuck in their warframe forever, permanently, and they will have a piece sent to us to remember them. And they also mention in the last sentence here, because I can hear the drums, that is a reference to the Tenno Rebellion. When the Naga drums happened, the event happened, all of the Tenno rebelled against the Orkin, and that's how the Great Orkin Massacre happened. And then Lua disappeared, and the Tenno went into the big sleep until the main events of Warframe when you first download the game, the Awakening. So yeah, there's a reference to the Naga drums, the big rebellion. There's a reference to like other seven, the Orc Line and stuff that we only heard hints of in other quests so far. So what I understand from this old piece is gonna be a really important key piece for this old war to Naga drums lore, and I can't wait to see that tonight. And now I kind of want to talk about the screenshots I found from the stream. There's two of them. So the first screenshot is connected more to the old piece, I believe, because it says Great Hunhulus, white humanoid in shape, requires a capable sentient mind to pilot it by means of Lyroic Bridge. So this just says like a good sentient can drive this thing with the Lyric Bridge. I'm pretty sure we will learn more about this in the old piece. But the important one is this screenshot right here. I'm like, there's not much to talk about, but this name drops all of the seven members. So far from the Warframe lore, we know Ballas, Karish, and Tuvul. Ballas is the main Orkin we're usually up against. Karish was a member of the Seven that was mentioned in the lore of Grendel and Gauss, and Tuvul had a major role in Voruna's lore, which you can find through, I believe, either scans or going through. I'm pretty sure. No, no, no. There's a Laverian for Voruna. That's how we found about her lore. And there is parts of this lore in the Lua maps as well, in Conjunction Survival specifically, because that's what that was the locations in Lua that Vorna was added with. That was Circulus, and I forgot the other node. So yeah, now we know the other executors of the seven executors. The will of the emperors was enacted by the seven executors. And it says like the will of the emperors. So like does that mean there's a higher up to the seven, or the seven is the highest? Like that's what I wonder. And the seven are Karish, Belus, Skarn, Tormis, Tuul, Aventus, and Nitok. Now we know all of the names of the seven. There are already models for Tuul as a statue. I don't know if Karish was probably just described in text form, and Ballas had a full on model. Now I'm pretty sure we will see the other members of the seven in either old piece or the future quest, and this just excites me a lot. So this was all about the ARG. I hope you're excited as I am for the update. It's tonight, and hope you enjoy the quest and enjoy the future updates about this Tau stuff. I see you, Tenno, in the next video. Goodbye.